Welcome back. Get ready to rock and roll with the Elvis Presley Tribute Show featuring the best Bay Area musicians. This year's performance celebrates the 70th anniversary of Elvis's first recordings and breakthrough concert in 1954 that launched him as the king of rock and roll. Here to tell us more are event producer Steve Indig and musical director Hank Maninger. Thank you guys both so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
This is so exciting. Tell me all about this event. This is your 5th year.
Right. So I've been presenting this in different sort of anniversaries relating to Elvis's life and career. And Hank here has been with me all along. He's the musical director and leads the band and helps coordinate the singers and what they're all going to perform. So everybody's performing music that Elvis is known for. And we have a bunch of great performers, some very well-known names, and they're all kind of got to have a good variety.
And you're celebrating the 70th anniversary of his first recording.
Right. So Hank actually tipped me off to this 2-volume biography on Elvis by Peter Gralnick. So as I was reading it last year and having his description of what happened in July 1954 that led to the musicians coming together at Sun Studios to make that record, and how it was released in Memphis and was immediately so popular, and then how he went on stage like a few weeks later for his first major concert and was scared, but he drove everyone crazy. And the Elvis movie kind of like in a fictional way sort of increases that legend.
So exciting. Yeah. Hank, I want to talk about the music, so tell me about the special group that you have brought together for this year's event.
Well, my wife and I have a band called Nashville Honeymoon. We play around a lot. We have a couple of records out. But so we are the band that's backing everybody up, and mostly we're backing up, there are 4 singers in addition to us singing, but and then there's the group Howl Divine, a great blues band. So it's Lee Crow, also known as Elvis Herselfus, Johnny Dilks, great country singer. There is Lydia Walker, a really wonderful blues singer, and Ben Fong Torres, the journalist, who's been with us I think Lee Crow.
Lee and Ben every year. Yeah.
Have been with us every time because they're wonderful. But Howl Divine, we brought Howl Divine along, but they're a trio, and they're gonna play as a trio.
So when Hank mentioned, Hank and his wife Lynn are also singers, so there'll be some of the singers as well.
Yes.
And we have a total of 12 musicians that will be performing.
Wow, what an incredible night. You brought together some of the best musicians in the Bay Area, and it's all about celebrating the king of rock and roll. Why was this so important to you to put on this tribute concert?
Well, honestly, I've had another event that I've done that's not really a live music event that celebrates the birthdays of David Bowie and Elvis Presley that happened to be the same day on January 8th. And so that has been really fun to do, and it's been very popular, and I had wanted to do some kind of an offshoot to play off of that. So that came the idea of doing music of Elvis and making it live music. And yeah, it took off from the beginning.
Yeah. Hank, what would you say sets this event apart and just makes it super special, you know, definite must-see that people should attend?
Well, it's wonderful to see really talented performers interpreting the repertoire of important musical people. And Elvis is extremely interesting to me because if you have to boil down like the beginning of rock and roll, or what the first rock and roll record is, it's debatable, but for me it's Elvis Presley. And he was, to me, the story of Elvis Presley is like this great American, like a Shakespearean tragedy. That he was wonderful, but there's so much about Elvis that I just keep going back to and studying. To me, it's endlessly fascinating.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you guys had started to kind of deep dive into and researching him and learning so many stories. What's something that you've learned from him through discovering research on him?
Well, you know, he came from a very poor family, and he was a twin, but his twin died right when they were born. And he was an only child. So Elvis was, I think there's something psychologically interesting. I mean, when you're twins, that's one thing, but then when you were born and you immediately lost your twin,
right,
that's one thing, you know.
Also, that I think that he was a very he was so driven to do music, but also a very like humble guy. And the stardom, he was like unprepared for it. That's for sure.
Extremely.
But the book that we mentioned is like this great research to learn about him. And again, I thought the descriptions of him wanting so much to be involved in music, and he'd gone into Sun Studio like a year before, and the receptionist knew him and kept sort of mentioning his name. So it was very accidental of how it came out that he ended up recording that first music and how it ended up being so popular.
Yes.
But he was very driven, but also in his own way humble, and like he didn't know what to do with his money, so he, throughout his whole life that he's well known for, like giving money away, people that he knew, giving them cars, buying houses for people that were close to him.
Yeah. Tragically,
yeah.
At the end of his life, he was really ill. He had to keep on performing to keep the money coming, partly because Colonel Tom had a monstrous gambling habit.
We're celebrating the beginning, which is so exciting.
It
Unfortunately,
is so exciting.
His late years were not so happy, but the beginning is phenomenal.
Oh, it's
yeah. What is the best part for you about putting this event on? This is the 5th year, so you know what's.
I mean, I love music in general. I love live performing. I have known Hank very casually from decades ago, but now I've come to know him through this. And the fact that like something that I really enjoy going out to see, and that I've had the opportunity to put it on and share it with everyone else, but I'm there to like enjoy it as much or more than they. So yeah, that's it. It's just about that for me.
Amazing. Okay, before I let you go, just one more time, where can people find more information about the event so that they can show up and enjoy?
Okay, so the event is this Sunday, the 28th, at the Makeout Room. Music starts at 8 o'clock. Doors are at 7:30. I have a website called elvisbowiebash.com. And the tickets, advance tickets, are on Eventbrite. So elvisbowiebash.com, Eventbrite, Makeout Room, they all have the information for the event.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's going to be an incredible event.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.